Good evening. Welcome. East Lampeter Township Planning Commission. I'm Darrell Cecil, Chairman. To my left is Randy Patterson. To my right, Jason Dagan, Planning Commission member. And Colin Cecil, our zoning officer and chief of planning. Dave Sinopoli for residential, and Lee Ovitz taking minutes and running our audio. With that said, excuse me, and Sarah Ryder, Planning Commission member, is via Zoom. And I believe that's the only one that's on Zoom. That said, we'll begin with the rights. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. First order of business is approval of the minutes, November 14th, Planning Commission meeting. Having read those, are there any changes or additions?
A couple changes, if you don't mind. Under new business, I think it was Jerry Takaviskin who made the motion for Country Gardens as opposed to the chair. And on the adjournment motion, it was Sarah that I think made the motion to adjourn, and Dr. Viskin seconded that.
Thank you, and I agree with those.
Changing my moves are
At the moment. Also present at the meeting was Leo Vitz, who was missed in the first paragraph. She was present at the meeting also. And on top of the second page, under B at the end, my name's with an E, Darrell, D-A-R-R-E. No other change. I'll look for a motion. Madison made a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
No second.
And Jason Dagan, and second. All of you. Well, Randy in favor?
Aye.
Jason?
Aye.
Sarah? Ryder?
Aye.
And an aye for myself, so it's unanimous. Thank you. Old business, none. New business. Line 2023 33 High Properties 171 Greenfield Road, waiver of land development. Good evening. If you could come a couple steps forward, identify yourself.
My name is Michael, last name is Lorelli. I work for High Associates, overseeing their commercial industrial portfolio. Appreciate you coming in tonight. I'm sorry, I'm the only thing on your agenda. We're asking development. In 2022, we acquired the Brown Transmission Building, which is located on 70 Point Greenfield Road. Building was built originally in 1990. Brown Transmission. The business was actually sold about 6 years ago to BDS, which is actually based in Dayton. And then they consolidated the accounting, the HR, the management ownership functions out of that building, which left extra office space. So tenant, which is Transmission BDS, acquired subtenant, which took occupancy in October. As soon as we found out that they put a subtenant in the building, we made application for a waiver of LD, because we know that that is part of the process. The work required no tenant improvements. Basically, they are leasing about 3,000 square feet of the building as is. Both businesses are sharing a lunchroom and conference room. Both are using the main front door as their main access, as well as the BDS will be still maintaining a showroom warehouse wholesale access, which is on the northern side of the elevation. Total employee count, when the building was built, there was about 45 people that worked there. Obviously, the 61 spaces that were like extra parking for visitors. When they downsized, 6 years ago, one shrink to 20. The subtenant that we cured, they procured, I should say, was about 10 people, bringing the total building saved about 31. The use of the subtenant is basically an employment agency. They locate professionally trained trade people for temporary. They're not too terribly different than what the original use was, administrative and HR in function. So we are here to answer any questions and ask that the building be modified to allow for from single tenant use to multi-tenanted 2 tenants in total. And as a picture of the floor plan, you can see the yellow outline is the space that the subtenant will take occupancy. The green, which is a large box in the middle, is actually the shared lunchroom and training room.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Commission members. And that we have audience present or online. Generally, at this point, I ask for any comments from them, but aren't any. Just to note that for the recording. Thank you for your presentation. Yeah, it's very straightforward. Yes. I get by there often. I haven't really noticed any change since,
Exactly.
yeah.
Still plenty of parking on site. There's very few cars in the parking lot at any given time.
Yeah. The request is for a waiver of land development. If there is no discussion or comments beyond what we have, staff has reviewed it. Obviously, you've seen those comments and I'll look for a motion.
For submission 2023-33 of High Properties for 171 Greenfield Road, the request for waiver of land development be approved and presented to the Board of Commissioners for approval.
Do we have a motion? Randy, do I have a second?
I'll second it.
We have a second from Jason Dagan. Any discussion? Hearing none. Take this vote. Mr. Patterson is an aye. Mr. Dagan's an aye. Ms. Ryder?
Aye.
Okay. And the chairman also confers, so it's unanimous. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thanks very much. I appreciate your time for everything you need for this.
Yeah, we did that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll reach out to you. Thank you. Thank you, Mike. Merry Christmas. Have a good year.
Well, no, public, can we say?
Monday night it'll be public, but yes, there is a new member. Darryl already met him. And he will be appointed Monday night.
He came to last month's meeting at 7:30. And he thought with the time, and when I was leaving in the parking lot, I saw him outside the building and asked if I could help him. And he identified himself and said he was here for the meeting and at the wrong time. We spoke a little bit. Said welcome if you're so interested. He wanted to see you. He shared it with it.
Yeah, his name is Jansen Herb. Yes, he will be our new member.
I believe he lives on Strasburg.
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah, I think he's on Strasburg Pike. So it's somebody from the other part of the township.
Yeah.
Further east, Pike, yeah. At least of the township building, yeah.
The only other business I had was, every year I like to ask if there's any desire to move the meeting time here.
Clear works for me, but I don't have any kids and I'm retired, so I don't know.
But then summertime when
Sure.
soccer and everything else that starts up.
Yeah, if you all want
But it's
to,
once a month. I think I can make something. So
well, if you all want to take a look and then email me and let me know, that'd be great.
By earlier, you're thinking,
Yeah, probably within the next week or so, yeah. If you
no,
can.
no, no.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, like six-
A day.
6:30, 6, I mean, yeah, whatever is desirable to.
Open,
Okay.
does.
I know from my perspective in the summers, like 7 is hard for me to get to. So I know 6:30 is going to be really hard. But the rest of the year I probably could swing it, but I don't think I can do that in the summer.
And it'd be just as what occurred last month, person coming, they thought our meeting was 7:30, which is the time of the supervisors meetings. And the meetings for years have been 7:30. And actually, the person that referred him was one of the present supervisors. Wasn't aware that our meeting changed to 7. So, and I don't know how it is for any of the potential applicants. I don't know what their schedules allow or don't allow.
Yeah, there's only one, so.
Gonna go by majority vote or?
Yeah.
Well, if you want to, yeah.
Yeah, let me know.
Express some concerns already, either way.
You go to 7.
7 sounds like it may be.
Okay.
Where it stays at the moment, yeah. So. And maybe we want to. 5th member,
Yeah.
let that individual also weigh in. Want to bring it up later. So with that said. I'll look for a motion to adjourn. So, Mr. Dagan has made the motion to adjourn. We have a second. We have a second from Ms. Ryder. And all those in favor, ayes across the board, unanimous, an agreement to adjourn. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. See you next year.